Welcome back to Vagabond, Gypsy, Tarot, and Oracle readings. Today we are doing our readings for our people who are born on Sunday. This is for Sunday, April 9th through Sunday, April 16th. So Sunday, April 9th through Sunday, April 16th. I'm just looking at the calendar here. Okay. So this is your energy reading for the week. Sunday people, let's see what we've got going on. Tower card. Change is coming. In order for new things to begin, sometimes change needs to come. Things need to end. Things need to fall apart. The Tower card generally is like scary to people because they think that things are falling apart, but it doesn't mean that they have to fall apart. It just means that they need to, well, I mean, how do I say this? It doesn't have to mean in a tragic way. It just means that things need to end for new things to begin. What I like about this one is, kind of made me giggle because I was looking at it and she's like, let's see here. So she's like throwing blocks out of her tower. It's almost childlike, you know, whipping blocks out, whipping stuff out of her little tower. It might be you might be being a little childish this week and throwing a tantrum in a sense, let's say, you know, like you're just not willing to give something up. It is what it feels like. It feels like you don't want something to end, and you just like throwing a little bit of a tantrum. You're standing your ground and, no, I'm not going to do this, or no, I'm not going to give this up, or no, this is not going to end. I'm not ready. And you're just kind of like throwing a little tantrum possibly. That's what I'm getting out of the feeling of this. And oh, and by the way, I'm using the Nicoletta Ciccoli deck here. And the Enchanted Map deck here for our Oracle. So, yeah. So I kind of feel like it's almost like just a stubborn type thing that you already know that something's done or ending, and you just refuse to acknowledge that or admit it to other people. And that could be out of pride. You know what I mean? But it almost, I mean, this deck, it's really hard for me to be so, it's more whimsical, so it makes me feel like it's more of a childlike attitude, more of a stubbornness this week with you. Okay, so Ride the Wave. Now this card is telling me that, you know what's going to happen is going to happen, and you have the courage and you have the strength to get through it, whatever it is. I don't know if it's it could be a ending of a friendship. It really could be an ending of a friendship, or a relationship of sorts, or the ending of a way of seeing things within that relationship. I mean, it happens. let's just use a friend, for example. Like if you have a friend and you just find that, things are not as they used to be, but you want them to be the same way they used to be. Move that over there so you can see it without that light in the way. I really feel like it's a stubbornness that's kind of, it could just simply be an argument between friends. It doesn't mean the friendship is ending, but it could be a way of thinking within that friendship. Maybe something happened where your friend did something that you just were like, I can't believe they did that. And maybe it is an ending of a friendship. Or you got cheated on by a partner, and you're like, that would definitely cause throwing of somewhat of a, could be a tantrum, yeah, I'm just trying to think of ideas, but if this resonates with you, you may already know who this person is, if it's another person, or what this way of thinking is, if it's a way of thinking. But I kind of feel like it rather than a love partner, I kind of feel like it may have to do with friends more than a love partner, just because of the energy I'm getting off this card here. Because I think it's like more of a tantrum, like, I keep going back to that word, but I really think it is. It's like being childish. Not in a negative way. I'm just saying, not necessarily a negative way, but we do that once in a while. We can all be that way once in a while. So, yeah, I really feel like that's what it is. But you'll get through it. Ride the wave. You're strong enough. It's saying that you are strong enough and you can get through this. 4 plus 1 is 5, which is numerologically is conflict, change. Conflict and change. I mean, what more can I say? You know what I mean? And 16, let's break it down. So 16 is 7, which is control. So maybe it's asking you a reflection and control. Take control of the situation a little bit more. Just know that this energy is with you, and by acknowledging it, you might not embarrass yourself as much, or you might know it's there and you might be able to just walk away and scream or do whatever you need to shake it off. But it feels like that's the energy this week for you. You might need to acknowledge that. Okay, so I hope you have had a great reading. I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you again next Sunday.